Ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward in the prestigious evening, it is now time to welcome the eminent dignitaries, distinguished guests, industry leaders, healthcare visionaries, architects, policy makers, and change makers who have gracefully inaugurated the celebration with their esteemed presence. Please join me in welcoming all the dignitaries of today. Up next, we have panel discussion 2, Indian healthcare sector at an inflection point, scale, profitability and consolidation. May I request our esteemed panelists to join us on the stage. Moderator of this session will be Dr. Vishal Gandhi, founder and CEO, BIORX Ventures and Chief Investment Officer, Indian Healthcare Angels. Please give him a big round of applause, everyone. Vikas Dugar, Director, Quadria Capital. Prakash, Kalanoria, Managing Director, Temasek. Ashutosh Kumar Jha, Group Chief Strategy, M&A IR, Yatharth Super Speciality Hospital. Dr. Jeevak Gupta, Managing Director, InvAscent. Ashutosh Kumar. May I now request Mr. Vishal to take over.
A very good afternoon to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here, and I'd like to pay my deepest thanks to Afzal Bhai, the founder and CEO of Medgate today. Okay, so as I said that, our discussion today is going to be on scale, profitability and consolidation. So we have three themes that we have decided. One is scale, profitability and consolidation, right? And the second is how do we build medical devices from India? And the third theme is from single specialty to multi-specialty. So I would request Ved to start.
Thanks, Vishal. So in terms of the theme that you have chosen, it's an interesting one. We are covering three variables in that theme. One is scale, then you're talking about consolidation and profitability. Maybe I'll take the first one, which is scale, right? The way we think of scale is scale for the sake of scale doesn't get you any outcome. You have to build an institution which stands for, great clinical outcomes in a sector like healthcare, and scale over a period of time helps you achieve that objective. Ultimately, scale, consolidation and clinical outcome leads to probably profitability coming through. Profitability becomes a byproduct of you focusing on the process of delivering high clinical quality care to your patients.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for those opening comments. Now let me turn to Vikas. Vikas, from your portfolio data, what does profitable scale actually look like in an Indian hospital? Because I think you backed some of the hospitals when they were like one unit and now they're probably 20. So I think you have the right understanding. So why don't you share that with us?
If you maybe I'll first start with introducing Quadria Capital. We are one of the largest healthcare-focused PE fund in India. Not just in India, we also cover Southeast Asia as well. We have been in existence for the last 14 odd years, invested across 28 odd companies, deployed more than $4 billion of capital. The portfolio and the journey which we have seen in terms of growth, if you look at profitable growth, it has to, like Ved said, it has to accompany a strong 2-3 aspects. One is strong clinical outcomes. That is the core of any hospital, any healthcare business which is dealing with patients. The other is strong operational system processes. They have to be there in place, otherwise you can't grow. And the third is very strong cultural aspects, which is like the quality of education, training, nursing staff. Everything has to go together for you to actually scale beyond a point rather than like just starting and adding beds.
Great, thank you. So Ashutosh, as you I think already shared with us in our pre-panel discussion that you guys are very aggressively looking at inorganic expansion, and you've actually done 5 M&A out of 8 hospitals that you have, which is I think very exceptional. I don't remember even a single hospital with that kind of percentage of M&A, and making M&A work itself is a big thing, and I think that's your responsibility. So why don't you reflect a little bit on the scale which you have achieved through inorganic growth and consolidation, because your views are operating view, and rest all of us have something to do with investment, but I think it will be very valuable for our audience.
No, so just to add, we have done the 6th acquisition also yesterday.
Super, congratulations.
So yeah, we have grown, through inorganic acquisitions over the last 3-4 years. But I think the base was set through three organic, hospitals that we had, and the journey started in 2010 for Yatharth hospitals, where they set up a hospital in Greater Noida, and then followed by in Noida and Noida Extension. So these three were the base, and they still are the kind of fundamental ground on which the group is growing. And I think that was the right time when we started looking at inorganic growth. So I would say, I mean, the Pareto principle applies here as well. You have to have 80% of your group turning profit, and maybe 20% is still in a growth phase. So I think that balance is very important if you want to sustainably grow.
Great, thank you. Hello. Yeah. Let me now turn to Jeevak. Jeevak, actually, investment to exit is a journey, right? And you don't invest because you feel that it's a great sector to invest only, but you invest because you see the potential of social impact and then economic impact, right? So at what stage do you think one needs to plan for an exit, right? And is the exit planning in a sector like healthcare, primarily hospital, is it different from other sectors of healthcare? What's your take on that?
So I'll take the first question. See, obviously, an investor will look for an optimized return outcome, but we are very sensitive on about the sector that we are investing in. It's a healthcare sector, so you cannot prepare towards wrapping everything up and just be ready for the exit and maximize everything. So it's not about maximization, I would say it's about optimization. That's one. And we are in this journey with the founder together. We are in the same boat. And if we have, as an investor, we have to deboard the boat. The promoter has to align with us. And it's the promoter who understands the current of the water and the air. So we are dependent on that relationship. And promoter has to balance a lot of things. He has to balance relationships with the investor, patient care, other stakeholder, and his own economic interest. We introduce not just our portfolio investments, we introduce others as well. They are using it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jeevak.
So, thank you all the panelists. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Afzal sir to felicitate the panel. Dr. Vishal Gandhi, founder and CEO, BIORX Ventures, and Chief Investment Officer, Healthcare Angels. Vikas Dugar, Director, Quadria Capital. Prakash, Kalanoria, Managing Director, Temasek. Ashutosh Kumar Jha, Group Chief Strategy, M&A IR, Yatharth Super Speciality Hospital. Dr. Jeevak Gupta, Managing Director, InvAscent.